welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news there was for the week June 12th to June 18, 2009. No movie news once again this week, so we head straight into the world of TV, where we note that June 16th was the 50th anniversary of the death of George Reeves. Best known to the world as Superman in the Adventures of Superman TV series of the 1950s, George is fondly remembered by fans all over the world. Check out Newsday.com for an article about George Reeves. Warner Home Video released an image of the back cover artwork for the upcoming August 11th DVD release of Super Friends The Lost Episodes. Powerful superheroes Batman, Robin, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Wonder Twins Zan and Jaina, and their rascally blue space monkey Gleek battle evil, protect humanity and save the world from unthinkable dangers in these 24 action-packed adventures. It's a deluxe 2-disc collector's set with 2 downloadable Super Friends comic book adventures from the DC Comics vault, The Mindless Immortal and Wendy and Marvin Meet the JLA. TV Guide magazine compiled their list of TV's top 100 episodes of all time, and an episode of Smallville made the list shown so far. While the complete list was not yet available online, with only the first 20 episodes listed so far, the second season episode Rosetta, starring Christopher Reeve as Dr. Virgil Swan, took out the 81st spot on the list. Smallville also received 5 nominations in various categories for the 2009 Teen Choice Awards. The Teen Choice Awards will air on Monday, August 10th at 8 PM on Fox in the US. TV Guide's Megabuzz column reports that although Sam Witwer was invited back for Season 9 for possibly several episodes, at this time the actor has no plans to come back to the show. In more casting news, TV Guide discovered that actor Brian Austin Green has been cast in the role of Metallo for Season 9 of Smallville. Green will appear as the kryptonite-powered villain, alter ego Daily Planet journo John Corbin, in at least the first 2 episodes of Season 9. The CW network has set its fall premiere schedule. Smallville relocates to its new home on Friday at 8 PM, starting on September 25th in the US. DC Comics released the September 2009 solicitations this week, and we highlighted for you all the Superman-related comics and products soon to be released. Of special note was the fact that the first issue of the highly anticipated Superman Secret Origins would hit shelves in late September. The Southern Illinoisan conducted an interview with their Flipside feature with writer Gail Simone, who was a special guest at the 2009 Superman celebration. She said she finds writing Wonder Woman more daunting than writing Superman. USA Today announced that it will be syndicating writer John Arcudi and artist Lee Bermejo's Superman Wednesday comics strip every week over the course of the 12-week series. The 12-week return to newsprint called Wednesday Comics makes its debut at comic book stores July 8th and will offer 15 different stories for $3.99 in a broadsheet format 14 inches by 20 inches. The 6th episode of From Crisis to Crisis podcast is now online. This week our hosts Jeffrey Taylor and Michael Bailey examine the books that came out with the cover date of April 1987, which included Superman number 4, Adventures of Superman 427, and Action Comics 587. Superman comics we reviewed this week included Action Comics 878, which was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who gave it a 2 out of 5 rating, saying, "Lots of story elements carrying through, but too many threads flying around." Adam also reviewed Super Friends number 16, saying, "I thought the Super Friends were meant to be heroes," and he gave it a 1 out of 5. While James Lance looked back to June 2008 and reviewed The Batman Strikes number 44, which featured the Batman teaming up with Superman, James rated this issue a 3 out of 5. Superman comics shipping this week from June 17th include Action Comics Annual number 12, Brave and the Bold number 24, Supergirl number 42, and Superman Batman 61. The 31st annual Superman celebration took place this past weekend in Metropolis, Illinois. Our own Clark Kent and Lois Lane submitted a report on the day prior to the festivities kicking off, while WPSD Local 6 TV filed their own TV reports about the celebration's first day and also interviewed Noel Neal. The 2nd annual Superman Celebration fan film contest took place at the 2009 Superman Celebration on Saturday, June 13th. Walking away with the first prize trophy and $300 prize money was George Doer with his fan film Villain's Day Off. You can check it out at the Superman homepage via YouTube. Entertainment Wrap-Up posted a transcript of the Superman Celebration Celebrity Q&A session with Justin Hartley, Phil Morris, Beverly Washburn and Noel Neal. Alternatively, you can watch the complete Q&A session on YouTube. While we await Jamie Kelly's video from the Superman Celebration, Chris Brockhouse sent us a report of the 4-day festival, which you can read at the Superman homepage now. Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing story arcs from the 1940 Superman radio series. This week James reviews Death Rides the Roller Coaster, in which Lois and Clark must save an amusement park owner from sabotage. That's all the Superman related news there was for the week June 12 to June 18. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Hello, welcome to Bailey Planet. Today's subject is impending death. It's a subplot that's used quite a bit in comics. It's being used by with Chris Kent right now, potentially, and with the burst aging, you know, like, because you can kind of logically presume it's going to go a couple of times. It's also being used by Mon-El in the Superman comics, which is kind of weird. It's got a lot of there's a subtle difference between the two that I'm noticing as I look. The first one being that Mon-El, you know he's going to survive, unless things drastically change in continuity, because Mon-El pops out with the Legion. At least, that's my understanding of it, given that I'm not a big Legion junkie. But then you have Chris Kent, who's an unknown entity who could die, so there's a lot more parallel there. I think that the Mon-El one poses an interesting character dilemma, because right now they show him wanting to experience life, wanting to live life a little bit, and it seems kind of like a deviation from the main plot to a degree. There's kind of the idea that pseudoscience brought him into the world and pseudoscience could take him out of it, so I'm not really as impressed with it, but it's still a good and interesting idea, and that was one of the better scenes, one of the last issues, was when he was sitting there in the cafe pondering life. Chris Kent, on the other hand, you've got the very awkward way of dying. It's kind of like a Benjamin Button kind of like impending kind of, but you know it's going to happen eventually unless something happens, but maybe he could find his way out of it. So, I don't know. It's an interesting idea, and I think that they should continue to explore it, because I think as a theme it's pretty neat.
Bailey Planet is sponsored by Gibbo.